Hello, how are you? Here we are at the quick edition of Old Timers Trivia, Game 6. Well, thank you for showing up again. A little commercial. Please join us at patreon.com and help support Old Timers Trivia, help keep us going. We appreciate it. Now we have again the quick edition, which you're viewing now. Goes through very quickly. We have the original version created for team play. And then we have the challenge edition, which is also created for team play. And it makes it a challenge because in many of the questions we eliminate the choices. Original edition has 4, 5, or 6 choices, maybe 2 choices to select from, whereas in many of the challenge questions we eliminate those. So without further ado, let's move on. Round 1, question 1. The first successful TV dinner was introduced by which of these companies? And that would be Swanson. A Treasury of Great Recipes is a collection of menus and recipes from France, Italy, and so forth, compiled by, I actually purchased this book from my spouse, and I certainly would recommend it. You can find it on eBay today. I'm not selling it myself, but I'm saying you can find it on eBay. Which of the following? Mary and Vincent Price. They collected menus. In fact, you'll see menus of a different era, an earlier era for us old timers, from restaurants, classic restaurants, pictures from those restaurants, and recipes from those restaurants. A platypus is found in Australia. And you can see over on the right the regions of Australia where they would be found. The British archaeologists and Egyptologists who became world famous after discovering the intact tomb of the 18th dynasty pharaoh King Tut in 1922. And that's Howard Carter. Now, Laura Bow actually was an adventuress on an old Sierra computer game, Lara Croft. Of course, she's the Tomb Raider. Louis Leakey you're familiar with. And William Parker Folk was early dinosaur hunter, dinosaur bones. Who's the main character being stung in the movie The Sting? And that's the Doyle Lonigan character, played by Robert Shaw. The comic strip character Nancy's best friend was and that's Sluggo. Moby Dick, or the Whale, is narrated by Ishmael. There's a picture of Ishmael with others. Round 2. A famous quantum theory thought experiment involves placing a cat in a box and exposing him to potential poisoning. Cat's both dead and alive until the box is opened and the cat is viewed. The theorist was Schrodinger's cat. You've Lost That Loving Feeling, first sung by the Righteous Brothers. What did Donald Trump do in 1964? And he graduated from a military academy. Robert Mueller, most recently known for the Mueller Report, earlier in life was a second lieutenant in the Marine Rifle Platoon. Marvel Comics, publisher of the Avengers, Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man, previously was named, and that is the comic group was named Timely Comics. Of course, today Superman comics are published by DC Comics, Superman, Batman, and others, and the earlier name for that company was National Periodicals, but Marvel was earlier known as Timely Comics. Who was a silent film actor accused of rape and accidental murder of an actress, resulting in 3 widely publicized trials. He was acquitted in the 3rd trial after being defended by Buster Keaton. And that was Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle. The name of the robot in The Day the Earth Stood Still was Gort. Now, of course, John Wayne wasn't in that, but that's Tricia Neal. Round 3. The golden ratio used in art, music, architecture, and found in nature is found in whose elements? He is known as the father of geometry. And that's Euclid. The annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began in what year? How far back does it go? Back to 1924. Predates most of us, I'm guessing. Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the nephews of Donald Duck. But who's their mother? Della Duck. Did Mickey Mouse have nephews? The This is a yes or no for you. That Mickey. Yes. And they popped up in the comic strips. First appeared in the Sunday page storyline Mickey's Nephews. Though actually his nephews over the years in different formats have bounced around. They've not been totally consistent about how many or who his nephews are. Name the spice. Grown in Southeast Asia, used as a medium of exchange, controlled by Muslim traders in medieval times. Shipping controlled by the Venetians and Genoese in Middle Ages. Finding a source of this inspired Christopher Columbus to sail west. And that was pepper. Michael rowed the boat ashore. Michael refers to Michael the Archangel. Blank and the Bachelor, a 1957 film featuring Debby Reynolds, Walter Brennan, Leslie Neilsen. And of course that was Tammy and the Bachelor. Our bonus question. We count this as a two-pointer when we play with our friends. The Twin Cities are which pair? And of course that's Minneapolis, St. Paul. Now the last two are considered sister cities, and of course St. Louis, Missouri and East St. Louis, Illinois are right across the river from each other. Kansas City and Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, certainly adjacent. Well, okay, if you want to get in touch, you can contact us at Old Timers Trivia on AOL. Drop a note. Remember, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook. I encourage you to subscribe. And of course, again, you can help support us on Patreon, patreon.com. And we do have our Old Timer store where we have a number of items that are available for sale, largely comic book related, but we do have other items as well. Thank you, and we will see you again in Game 7.